Guys, we are getting ready for a big storm tomorrow, and you could say this is the calm before the storm, but we are dealing with some serious wind gusts today. We're having another red flag warning, which is not good for the fires that are going on right now. I'll give you a quick little fire update. So first off, the county is taking great measures to keep us safe. We are trying to discourage people using the national forests, so those are all closed. And then they've closed all of the roads, including ours, that have access to the national forest land. So earlier, when I was out getting groceries yesterday, I noticed at the end of the road closure sign. So that's discouraging people from coming up this road, because a lot of people will drive up, use the Jeep road, to go through or what have you, recreation, hunting, all that kind of thing. So that's closed off right now. I did see a car with a directional on, like it was going to turn onto the road, and then I think it noticed the sign and it just kept on going. So to some degree it's working. It's been very quiet, not hardly any traffic up and down the road, and this is a Saturday, nice weather. So that's sort of the local situation right here. One of our local casinos has stepped up volunteering to provide shelter for the displaced people that are in Grand County, even the people that are in Estes Park that are having to evacuate. So we actually are one of the evacuation sites. So that's really great. And also we are an evacuation site for people with animals. So imagine everyone with horses, pigs, goats, livestock. They need a place to go as well, not just the people. So we have a big barn in our county, and that's one of the shelters for the animals. So that's pretty cool as well. We're actually one of the few counties that's not really being super impacted by the fire at this point, as far as having to do evacuations here. And here comes the winds picking up right now. So you can see behind me some haze here. There's definitely smoke still in the air. The status of the East Troublesome fire is it's growing. Apparently there's some reports that it's estimated to be over 180 acres in size, officially making it the second largest fire in Colorado history, after the Cameron Peak fire, which just surpassed the Pine Gulch fire from earlier this summer. So Cameron Peak #1, East Troublesome #2, and there's even potential for those two fires to combine because they are pretty close to each other. But I was looking at one of the social media pages for the East Troublesome fire. If you guys are interested, you can go look up East Troublesome fire on Facebook. They have their own page full of updates. And this morning, it was reported that they're making really good progress on it, and they're really trying to contain the areas that are impacting the south and the east side. So they were feeling pretty good about the progress as of this morning. They are just being really wary today because this is another, like I said, and one more red flag day that they're going to have to withstand the winds. And I've seen some really incredible stuff. There's a video on Twitter I think it's from CBS News, showing firefighters at the top of, they're right there on the Cameron Peak fire, and just looking at the winds, it's so incredible. Just, they're dealing with these wind gusts in the middle of fire, and you can see why this is spreading so quickly. It's just really hard to battle the elements like that. We know this big snow is coming. We know it's going to really quench the fire, and it probably won't put it out completely. A lot of people don't understand that it doesn't guarantee a big snowfall or a rainfall the end of fire season. It doesn't completely put out a fire because the fire still goes underground, burning the roots. And once that air dries out, it's a very arid climate, it can reignite with the wind. Things can dry out and it can keep spreading. So we need about a snowstorm a week to kind of really put this under wraps. So anyway, we're preparing today for the snow. You know, Brian's getting the snowblower ready. We're trying to get a little bit more wood taken care of so we can work on some projects tomorrow. Excited that snow is definitely on the way, and we're going to get a little bit of relief from the threat of this wildfire.
As you know, we've got this awesome snowblower, but it's not functional yet.
Yeah.
So we've got a few things left to do.
Yeah, big storm coming in tomorrow, and we need to be ready just in case we do get that foot of snow. It's possible up here for sure. And today's actually not as cold as it was yesterday. Yesterday was frosty. Yesterday we had like this big inversion come in, fog and really cold weather, cold temperatures. But today we've got the wind, so that's dangerous for the fires again. You know, just prompting us to get ready for tomorrow's storm.
Right. So a few things to do. Got to put the chute on the discharge outlet. Got to hook the hydraulics up. Yesterday I spent some time at Tractor Supply getting the fittings. Hopefully I got the right ones. I took the hose with me, so I know they screw on, so that's good. Got to put some oil in the gearbox. Got to hook up the drive shaft. Hopefully it's the right length. I don't have to cut it, because then I have to watch a video on how to cut a drive shaft.
So yeah, a few preparations on the snowblower for sure, but
Right.
we'd love to be able to test that out tomorrow.
It would be good to see with the new driveway and how well it's going to work. So it'll get us prepared for January, February in the springtime when we get our real lot of snow. So
Time to get to work.
yep, time to get to work.
So you made a special trip to the store to get fittings for the hydraulics.
Right. So everything's the same except that little nub there on the tractor sticks out a little bit more, maybe another 1/8 inch or a 1/16. So hopefully it presses in on the tractor hydraulic enough. Well, it's coming out, so that's good. It's pushing in enough. You want to see that?
Okay.
So my concern was that it wasn't long enough. But when I put it on, hydraulic fluid's coming through it, so it should be adequate.
One less trip to the store.
I didn't want to go back.
That would stink to have to go to the store today.
Over an hour away. One way. So
So-
I got the chute on, I got the actuator motor on, I got to put the hydraulics on here. Upside down like that so crap doesn't get in there.
So this is powered by the hydraulics.
Correct. So both rotating the chute and the deflector.
So how many hoses come off this thing? 4.
2 down here.
Here we go.
Two things that they say you can do. There's two things they say you can do. Because I don't want it to chew up the gravel.
Right.
So I'd like to keep it an inch above the gravel. So you can chop these down one bolt.
Yeah.
And you see where this is, this cutting blade. You can see it over here. They say you can flip it over so the bevel's pointing up.
Okay.
That way it's not trying to grab, it actually, the bevel would stick up and you go on top of a little bit of snow.
Okay.
You go snow blowing tomorrow.
It probably won't be till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It'll be Monday morning when you need to snow blow.
No, I need to add a light to the top. I'll have to just use a handheld light for now, but there's already a hole at the top I could put a light on.
You could put your bike light on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
See? Got a few more things to do before tomorrow, but wanted to give you guys an update, getting our snowblower connected, and a little fire update, and some of that cool little bit of frosty scenery from yesterday morning. That was really cool. But we're gonna get a lot more of that pretty white stuff tomorrow. We see you guys then. Bye. Folks, I'm sitting here at the computer editing this video, and I just hear Brian open up the front door yelling something about screwing it up. And so I'm going to go see what just happened. I'm just going to give it a few minutes because he might need to cool off. But it sounds like something kind of bad happened with the tractor, so I got to go check it out. Something doesn't look right. Bigo, do you know about this?
Bigo, did you chew this? Did you chew
Hey,
that?
who did that? Why is this all screwed up? This doesn't look like a proper... This...
Oh, I effed it up.
You effed it up?
Effed it up.
Okay. Okay, what happened?
I wanted to make these cool little designs in the gravel with the hydraulic fluid.
Okay.
I should have hooked the rotation up to the other circuit. So I inadvertently left the one on before when I started the tractor. This thing just started rotating uncontrollably. I ripped the hose apart.
So over here,
this control stays in an on position. This one does not. The rotation should be hooked up to this one. And then the deflector I could hook to that one.
okay. So the rotational one was hooked up, so that it wasn't neutral when you started the tractor, and
No, because I was tightening the hoses and I was wanting to let the pressure off, so I was wiggling them back and forth, and I just inadvertently left one on.
I hate those goofs. Inadvertently, the little adjustments left in drive. So that kind of puts a damper on the day, on the plans for the day. Got to take a ride to the tractor store. Yeah, it definitely looks like a tractor massacre happened. We've got hydraulic fluid spewed all over. So this was engaged and it just spun around and it wrapped the hose around and ripped it. Yeah. This one kind of got buggered up too. Well,
Luckily all the zip ties broke.
luckily all the zip ties broke. Yeah, so I didn't pull it all apart. Hey, we don't have snow yet, so we're still ahead of the game.
Yeah.
You only make that mistake once, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
Well, it's just the hose that ripped, so it's not like
Well, I bent the bracket up there a little bit, so I'm a little concerned about that.
as long as you can still pop it in and out, though. The connector?
As long as it didn't loosen up the fixed pipes in the back.
Oh. I bet people make you feel better. I bet they've got stories of things they've messed up, their hydraulic lines, and they'll put some comments down, stories. The worst ways they've screwed up their tractor. Let's hear it.
He's screwing up brand new stuff.
Yeah, brand new stuff you haven't even used yet. Hey, it was looking really good. Well, one more thing to fix, but we got a plan. Get the hoses put on, we'll still make it before the storm.